Lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Get this. Anthony Joshua, we heard he was in talks for 3-fight deal with Turki Alashikh, now has been revived, okay? It is in talks for a 2-fight deal. Jared Anderson and Dillian Whyte were discussed. Eddie Hearn has revealed that Anthony Joshua is in discussion with Turki Alashikh and Riyadh Season regarding a potential 2-fight deal. Joshua's most recent 2 contests have come under Riyadh Season banner: his 2nd-round stoppage win over Francis Ngannou and the 5th-round defeat from Daniel Dubois 6 months later. There had been talk about a rematch with Dubois, but Joshua instead chose to have surgery on an injured elbow, okay? Joshua would return to full training in around 6 weeks. It was subsequently reported by No Smoke Boxing that Joshua is in talks with Riyadh Season over a 3-fight deal, okay? Yeah, that's not true. We are actually discussing a 2-fight deal with Riyadh Season, Hearn told Boxing Scene. We've been doing that. Turki Alashikh said that on the night of Canelo versus William Skull when we had our meeting, and that's the plan, really. We want to box sometime this year, October, November, or December, okay? Hearn wants to see what happens in the rematch between Usyk and Dubois, both of them who have been beaten Joshua, before confirming anything. Tyson Fury has long flirted with coming back and would immediately be linked to Joshua should he return. We'll see what happens with Dubois Usyk. We'll see what happens with Fury. He said of all potential opponents, and if we don't fight those guys, we'll fight, and then maybe we'll follow one of those other guys next year. And let me counterpunch. The last part, that part matters, okay? So Dillian Whyte, Jared Anderson is pretty much something that he would do without anything else important. That's what he would do. Fighting Dillian Whyte, fighting Jared Anderson are fights that AJ would do without being ambitious. However, that's not priority. What's priority is the winner of Usyk Dubois. Because if Dubois beats Usyk, somehow gets him out of there, defeats him, right? Then they have an option, okay? Because it depends on how he beats Alexander Usyk, for one. For two, will Alexander Usyk, if getting beat, will he exercise the rematch contract? We don't know what he's going to do. So this is this. Tyson Fury coming back. Okay, that's the money fight. So that's millions of dollars. So that's one. Okay, getting the belt back. If Dubois beats Alexander Usyk, it'll be for everything. Winner takes all. That would be worth AJ getting back in there with Danny Dubois. And if he can beat Danny Dubois, he becomes a 3-time, then first 1-time British, third at this point, undisputed champion. Because then Dubois would have been the first one after Lennox Lewis. And then AJ, if AJ can get Danny Dubois out of there, he becomes the second one lately. And then you know those guys will probably fight again for a lot more money in Wembley Stadium in the UK. And yes, the hell I will be there. Counterpunch. That's what it's about. Tyson Fury for the money up front if he decides to come back. And we know damn well he will. Or if Danny Dubois can pull up an upset and beat Alexander Usyk, they'll fight for that fight, because that fight will mean that Anthony Joshua not only gets paid, right? He gets the opportunity to fight once again for every belt that he's been facing or wanting for the whole career. So, yeah, you think he would try to fight Dillian Whyte or Jared fucking Anderson over that? No. Those are fights that if those things don't transpire, if Tyson Fury doesn't come back and Danny Dubois gets his ass whooped again, okay, then those fights will have. So let's talk about those fights. Jared Anderson and Dillian Whyte. Well, hey, here's the thing. The safest one, of course, is Dillian Whyte. You know what I mean? Because Jared Anderson is a guy that AJ does not know. Dillian Whyte, on the other hand, is a guy that he does. The devil you know is better than one you don't. We all know that. So, that being said, it's like, well, if you fight Dillian Whyte, you know Dillian Whyte. Safe fight. I don't know if it'll be anywhere big, probably the O2. You know what I mean? I don't think it'll be at Tottenham or any damn place like that. It'll be probably at the O2 where they fought before, right? So it'll full circle them fighting again. You know, the rivalry is somewhat whatever it is. You know, is it a bit old? Hell yeah, it's old. Is it a safe fight? Hell yeah, it's a safe fight. Because we know both fighters are pretty much damaged. You know, I think Dillian is a little bit more damaged than AJ, to be fair. But both, to be fair, are damaged. Jared Anderson. Jared Anderson would be risky, and I think that would probably be the second choice, to be fair. Because this is AJ, once again, that is and will be 36 years of age versus someone, Jared Anderson is what, 25? So, yeah, you think a younger guy that wants something to prove, you think Jared Anderson won't get up for an AJ fight? Hell yeah, he will, because he knows he's getting M's. He's going in there and fighting somebody that he feels that he's faster than, better than, boxing-wise, IQ and all that stuff. Maybe not experience, and not power, but guess what? He's faster, he's quicker, and he may be able to take AJ to school, and that wouldn't be unheard of by someone with the talent and skill of Jared Anderson. So, by those reasons, I think Jared Anderson would be the second choice. He's the last part of that totem pole. Danny Dubois if he wins, Tyson Fury if he comes back, then Dillian Whyte, then Jared Anderson in that order. That's what I think that would be, okay? But you guys tell me what you think about the revived 2-fight deal that Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn is talking with Turki, Alashikh, and Riyadh Season about. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.